For years, decades even, we've all been sold this stream of the smart home, a home that's this incredible partner, right? One that just gets us, anticipates what we need, and makes life smoother. But let's be honest, for most of us, that's not exactly what happened.
And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The reality has been fumbling with a dozen different apps, shouting voice commands that only work half the time. It's just more complexity. Instead of this seamless stream, our phones became a junk drawer of digital remote controls.
I absolutely love this analogy. It's so perfect. We're standing there, frantically waving our arms, trying to get the lights and the thermostat and the speakers to all do the right thing at the right time. We're constantly managing the technology when it's supposed to be supporting us.
So this brings up a huge question. What if the answer isn't a better app or a smarter speaker? What if the entire way we think about this, the whole paradigm, needs a complete overhaul? And this is the question that changes everything. Think about it. Instead of us having to tell our space what to do, what if it could just perceive what's happening? What if it could understand what we need on its own? It's a total flip from reactive to proactive. And this slide lays it out perfectly. The old way, the one we're stuck in now, is all about command and control. You give an order, a device obeys. Simple. But the new paradigm, what Aura is all about, is perceive and adapt. The environment actually senses what's going on and adjusts itself to match, without you ever having to say a word.
Okay, so that all sounds pretty cool in theory, right? But what does it actually feel like to live in a space that thinks this way? Let's kind of walk through a day to make this whole concept a bit more real.
So it starts before you're even conscious. Instead of that horrible jarring alarm clock sound, Aura's sensors can figure out when you're in the lightest phase of your sleep cycle. And then it uses something called biometric-graded lighting to slowly mimic a natural sunrise. It wakes you up gently in a way that's actually aligned with your body's own clock.
All right, later in the day, picture this. You sit down at your desk to really get some work done. The system recognizes that posture, the lean in, the focus position, and instantly the whole room shifts. The lights change, maybe some subtle ambient sound kicks in, all to create an environment that's scientifically proven to help you concentrate.
And here's what's so fascinating to me. It's not just random. This is based on real science. The system knows that to get you into a state of focus, you need a cool, white light, specifically around 5,000 Kelvin. But later, when you're slouched on the sofa ready to unwind, it automatically shifts to a warm amber glow around 2,700 Kelvin to help your brain relax. It's incredibly specific.
So you're probably wondering, okay, how does all of this magic actually happen? Well, it's not magic at all, really. It's a super elegant 3-layer system. Let's peel back the curtain and see how it works.
At its heart, it's this simple. First, the system perceives what's going on. Second, a special AI comprehends the meaning behind what it's seeing. And third, it takes action by getting all your other devices to work together. Let's break each of those down. Layer 1 is all about perception, giving the room its senses. Now, this is the really clever part. It's all done without any cameras. Aura uses advanced millimeter wave radar to map the room. It creates this real-time, totally anonymous silhouette that can see your posture, where you are. It can even tell you're breathing. It sees you as a form, not a face, so privacy is just baked in from the very start.
Layer 2 is the brain, comprehension. All that raw data from the sensors flows into a custom AI model. And this is where the system goes beyond just seeing a person is on the couch. It fuses all that data together to understand the context. It knows the difference between relaxing on the couch and doing a workout on the floor. It gets the intent.
And this, for me, is maybe the most important piece of the puzzle. All of that incredibly personal processing happens right there, on a hub inside your home. No video gets streamed to the cloud. No conversations are recorded. Your life, your context, it stays yours.
And finally, we get to the action. Once Aura understands what's happening, it becomes the conductor. It talks to your existing smart lights, your speakers, your thermostat, and gets them all to create the perfect environment. The orchestra is finally playing in tune, and you didn't have to do a thing.
Look, this technology is about so much more than just not having to flick a light switch. It's a fundamental change in how we live with technology. So let's look at where this is all headed.
As the system gets smarter, it can start to handle much more complex situations. It can tell the difference between multiple people in a room and support them both. It can even, get this, detect the biometric signs of stress from your posture and how fast you're breathing, and then subtly change the lighting or sound to help calm you down.
And that's really the end game here, isn't it? We're finally moving towards a future where our technology just fades into the background. It's not screaming for our attention with notifications and commands. Instead, it just quietly works for us, earning our trust and giving us back the things that matter most: our time, our focus, and our peace of mind.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Imagine a world where you're not fighting with your technology, but where your space is an active partner in your well-being. What could you accomplish if your environment was truly